All right, Andrew, our final stock comes from Michael, Arafura Resources. Michael wants to know, should I invest further through this share purchase plan? Is it a buy?
Yeah,
it's in the rare earths business.
It is, and so it's had a bit of a run lately because, well, a couple of reasons from what I could ascertain. The US government basically looking as to where they can secure rare earths supply or critical supplies, talking to the Canadians, talking to us around that, because obviously all this tension that's going on with China at the moment. I thought I also read somewhere relating to this North Australian Infrastructure Fund that there was some money on the table for that as well. This Nolan's project, it's $1 billion project. So it certainly is attractive. What is equally attractive, Kochie, is that management and the board are also buying stock. And the share placement price is at 12 cents, and I think the current share price is around 13 cents. So sure, as a punt for the geopolitical reasons, rare earths isn't going away. I'd throw a couple of dollars into this.
Okay, Henry.
Well, yes, is the answer. I think Andrew's spot on. The thing to remember with SPPs, share purchase plans, is they do tend to exert a little bit of gravitational pull towards that SPP price. And why that is because some people will be selling their shares that they currently own, or at least part of their shares they currently own, so they can top up at the lower SPP price. In this case, it's 12 cents. That doesn't finish till August the 23rd. So if you were a current shareholder of Arafura, you might sell your shares at 13.5 cents, reapply then through the SPP at 12 cents and pocket the difference. Of course, the problem is that you're not guaranteed to get your stock at 12 cents because you can get scaled back if it's very popular. So that is something to bear in mind. You can only get a maximum of $30,000 worth as well, but that does tend to push the stock price down a little bit as people take their chances in the market. I think this is a buy. This is a stock that is kind of a Me Too stock to some extent, with the extraordinary rise that we've seen from Lynas, which is clearly the market leader in the rare earth space. And Amanda Lacaze has done a fantastic job in turning around that business, which was really and truly struggling for a long time with political issues in Malaysia, with cost issues, etc. And it really has been a magnificent performance by Lynas to sort all that out. It's been a bit of a minefield to step through. This one hasn't got the same political issues. It's got a long mine life, 38 years. It's trading down near its lows in a sexy sector in terms of rare earths. At the moment, that's pretty on topic. And at 12 cents with the SPP, I think you may not be getting the bargain of the century, but you're certainly getting a pretty reasonable entry into what could be a pretty interesting product. So as far as the SPP goes, I would be applying for that one. Up to you how many you go for, but certainly for those that aren't shareholders, if it gets down towards that 12-cent level, I'd be a buyer as well, just in the ordinary way of things. So at 12 cents, definitely a buy. At 13 cents, probably a buy. So I'm going to go with Andrew and say, yep, you know what? Yeah. It's a buy. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it's a duck.
Because everyone says, oh yeah, rare earths, but they're not actually rare. The issue is they're all in China. They're not rare in China, but there aren't many producers outside of China, and so you've got countries like the US making strategic decisions saying we will now only buy rare earths from outside of China because we need it for our fighter planes and the like.
Yeah, I mean, we push this line out, the rare earths aren't that rare, and they aren't that rare. I mean, there's a lot of it lying around. The issue with rare earths is they're dirty to actually process and to get the rare earths out, because the byproducts tend to be glow-in-the-dark products. They're ones that make you glow in the dark, and they can be a problem for, which is why we have the Lynas guys up in Malaysia doing that, because it was really not politically you just couldn't do it in Australia in terms of environmental issues. So better to process it somewhere else. That was the idea. But now we're starting to see Lynas doing some processing in Western Australia. They're building a processing plant, and in Texas as well. they're pushing processing there, because you need this supply, you need this security of supply, because otherwise it's just all Chinese. So I think Arafura is definitely a buy on the back of that. But yeah, interesting sector.
Yeah, absolutely.